Hey there, fourth graders. Today we are doing Unit 1, Lesson 12. It's on page 29, so get your stuff and let's get to it. All right, so we are talking about the steps of doing a subtraction addition problem and making sure we do the things in order. Sometimes you have more than one thing going on and you gotta do it in order or else it's going to be wrong. So sometimes you will need to work through more than one step to solve a problem. The steps can be shown in one or more equations. Let's take a look at the first one. In the morning, 19 students were working on a science project. In the afternoon, 3 students left and 7 more students came to work on the project. How many students were working on the project at the end of the day? So before we go ahead and solve it ourselves, we're going to look at Anita and Chad's methods. They both did different things. Let's see what they did. So, but we know that our label at least will be student. Okay, so Anita, she wrote an equation for each step. So she had the 19 that originally started, and then she added in the 7 that joined. And so she got there, what's 19 plus 7? 26. And then she took that 26 and used that to then subtract the 3 that left. Okay, and then she got her answer of 23. What Chad did was he said n will equal the number of students working on the project at the end of the day. So he starts with the 19, then he does the 3 that left, so minus the 3, and then plus the 7. Okay, so then he did 19 take away 3, which is 16, and then 16 plus 7 is 23, and 23 equals n. In either case, both kids got 23 as the number of students. You can write that in there. And just to add as a little side note, in my class in 3rd grade, I introduced the topic of PEMDAS, the order of operations. So we can write that in there. Order of operations. This is the topic you'll probably spend a lot of time on for many math lessons, but it's good to address. And it's known as PEMDAS. Some people say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but really it's just signifying the order in which you should do any of these operations. So parentheses are these. Exponents are when you have those little numbers up there, and you always want to do one of those first if you see those. Multiplication and division are on the same level, and addition and subtraction are on the same level. And for all of them, if it's on the same level, you go from left to right, just like how we read in English. So for this example, you can see you have 19 minus the 3 plus the 7. The reason why you want to make sure you do it from left to right is imagine if you did 19 minus 3 plus 7. Then if you have, if you did the 3 plus 7 first, you're like, oh, I just love adding, I'll do that first. Then you have 10 there, 3 plus 7. Then you'd have 19, not just minus the 3, but minus the 3 and the 7, which would be 9, which does not equal 23, right? It's a very different number. Now, if in the case there is some reason in some different problem where you do need to do the addition first before you do the subtraction, you would use these parentheses for that purpose, okay? Now, I know that's a little bit ahead of where we are right now, but I just wanted to introduce that. That's what PEMDAS is. It's the order of operations. So parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. And even though multiplication and division are it's written MD. It's really, they're on the same level, so they're equal to each other. But if there's two of them, you go from left to right. Okay. Number 3, solve. Discuss the steps you used. A team is scheduled to play 12 games. Of those games, 7 will be played at home. The other games, so I'm just thinking right now, you got your 12 and you got your 7 home. The other games are away games. And then it's having you compare the 7 and the away games. So first we're going to figure out how many away games, and then we're going to find the difference between the away games and the home games. So what we're doing there is we're doing 12 take away 7, finding out what that is. We'll say A for away, trying to put a letter in place of a number if you don't know what the number is, and then we'll compare the 7 and the away. Now to find that difference, we'll be doing subtracting, but at this point, unless you already know what 12 take away 7 is, then you don't know what you'll have first in that subtraction problem. So we'll go ahead and solve that. 12 take away 7 is what? 5. So then we will have a comparison bar. What's more, the home, that's 7, or the away, that's 5? Home is more, so home gets the big bar. Away gets the little bar. Away is at 5 and home is at 7, and the difference is when we subtract that. So we'll have 7 minus 5, which is 2. So then we can just write 2 fewer away games. All right. It's a little more complex than the problems that you've done in the past. Okay, number 4. The school library has 288 science books. Altogether, the library has 618 science and animal books. How many fewer science books than animal books does the library have? So, first we have to figure out how many animal books there are. Then we have to compare the animal books to the science books. We know the total and we know the science books, so let's start with that. We're going to do 618 take away 288. What we're doing is we have the total take away science, and then we'll have animal take away that to get the difference. So this is going to tell us our animal. Wait a second, I wrote that wrong. I'm sorry. Let's just do this problem first. So 8 take away 8 is 0. 1 take away 8 is not going to work, so we have to ungroup. So we have 500 and then 11. 11 take away 8 is 3, and 5 take away 2 is 2. So this means we have 330 animal books. Now we're not done yet. We're going to compare the animal books to the science books. So there's 288 science and 330 animal. What's there more of? More animal. There's 330. And then there's 288 science, and then we'll find the difference by subtracting that. So really what I meant to write was the total minus the science, that is animal. And then we'll take away science to find the difference. Okay, and that'll be our answer. So then 330 take away 288. 0 minus 8 is not going to work, so we have to ungroup. So then we have leave 2 of those 10s. Now we have 10 take away 8, which is 2. 2 take away 8 is not going to work, so we have to ungroup. Now we have 12 take away 8, and that is 4. So the difference between the animal and the science books is 42 fewer science books. All right, number 5. Olivia's stamp collection consists of 442 stamps. There are 131 butterfly stamps and 107 dolphin stamps in her collection. How many of Olivia's stamps are not butterflies or dolphins? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the total, 422. I'm going to subtract the butterfly number, which is 131, added to the dolphin number, which is 107. And I'm putting the parentheses there. Why? Because I want to signify I should do that first, so I don't subtract things in the wrong order, you know. I don't want to add 107 to whatever that is subtracted. I want to figure out the butterflies and dolphins together and then remove that from the total. So I'll do over here, actually I'll use my math board because I'm kind of running out of space. So 131 plus 107. Always good to have your whiteboard nearby, right? 7 plus 1 is 8. 3 plus 0 is 3. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So then I'll take that and I'm going to have 422 take away butterfly dolphin stickers. So 422 minus 238. 2 take away 8 is not going to work, so we have to ungroup. We look over here, we leave 1 of those 10s, and now we have 12 take away 8. And then I can see already 1 minus 3 is not going to work either, so then I'll take one of my hundreds, so I'll leave 300, and now I have 11 10s. So 12 take away 8 is 4, 11 take away 3 is 8, and 3 take away 2 is 1. So we're left with 184. I guess I was calling them stickers, but they're stamps. It's okay. Okay. Erase that. Now, we're going to do a little bit of practice of multi-digit addition and subtraction. You're welcome to do it along with me, but if you're feeling up for it, I'd encourage you to pause this video, try it on your own. Make sure you're paying attention to the operation. There's nothing worse than if you do all the math right and you looking like, oh, it was subtraction and I added. So go ahead, and sometimes I like to take a highlighter or something and just like highlight or mark all the subtraction ones, just so if I'm on a roll I don't confuse myself. So I highlighted all the subtractions and then I'll go ahead and math. So I'm gonna go kind of fast, so if you want to try it on your own, go ahead and give it a shot and then hit play to correct. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 8 minus 9 is not going to work, so you gotta ungroup, and you have 8 and then 18, and then 18 minus 9 is 9, and 8 minus 7 is 1. Now we're adding. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 more. So 11,494. Adding again. 1 plus 9 is 10. 0 plus 7 plus 1 is 8. 2 plus 9 is 11. Oopsie. I like that. And then 1 plus 9 is 10 plus 4 more is 14. So 14,180. Okay, subtracting. Here we go. 9 minus 9 is 0. 0 minus 5 is not going to work, so we have to ungroup. We'll come over here and we got leave 2 10s, then we have 10 minus 5. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 minus 6, not going to work. Bring over that 1,000, 7,000, and 12 there. 12 minus 6 is 6. 7 minus 8, not going to work, so we're ungrouping. And then we'll have 8 10,000s and 17,000. 17 minus 8 is 9, and 8 minus 4 is 4. Okay, subtracting again. 6 minus 7 is not going to work. 16 minus 7 is 9. 8 minus 8 is 0. 1 minus 5 won't work. 11 minus 5 is 6. 7 minus 4 is 3. And 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay, now we're adding. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 more is 11 again. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7, and 2 plus 9 is 11. So 117,118. Adding again. 5 plus 3 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13. 0 plus 5 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. And 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. So 558,638. Subtracting now. 2 minus 5 is not going to work, so we're going to ungroup. 2, and now we got 12 minus 5, which is 7. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 minus 1, work. So 8 over there, 10 over here. 10 minus 1 is 9. 8 minus 9 is not gonna work, so we gotta go all the way over there. We'll leave 600,000, and then we'll have 9 there, and now 18 here. 18 minus 9 is 9. 9 minus 3 6, and 6 minus 2 4. Okay, here we go. Last one on the page. 1 plus 9, 10. 1 plus 9 plus 2, 12. 7 plus 6, 13, plus 1 more, 14. 0 plus 5 plus 1, 6. 4 plus 7, 11. And 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. All right. So that's it for today, and check to see if you have an assignment. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.